Hello, Doc Owen here with Action Figure Times. Today we're talking Young Justice, specifically the new Young Justice Happy Meal toys that you can find currently at McDonald's. Now this is the only portion of the box that actually features the Young Justice. You can see kind of a watermarked Superman and Batman here. It's got a game, but then you can also see Robin, Superboy, Kid Flash, and Aqualad. So let's go ahead and get these out. Now some of these I have actually already opened. The reason for it, that is because I messed up on the camera, and so I had some footage I had to throw away. But just to give you a little bit of a heads up, we'll be looking at, let's say we're going to look at Superman first, even though technically he's not part of the Young Justice and not even really being that great of a guy on the show right now. This actually says, this kind of gives you the look, and then on here, and I don't know that you'll be able to see it, but it actually gives you the name of the character that you're getting. And so we're going to start off with Superman. Now Superman is a flyer in the fact that, you know, he stands very well, but you know, Superman doesn't like to stand around. He likes to, I'm Superman. I mean, because really, if you can fly, why in the world would you stay on the ground? Now, so I'm pressing this little button right there in the back, and it's lifting his arms up. You can also see that he does not have a yellow S on the back of his cape. It's a decent sculpt. You'll have to look at the pictures really to get a good look at what he's going to look like. But you know, it doesn't look bad. So we've got that. Now let's talk about somebody that actually is on the Young Justice team, and that would be Superboy. Now, honestly, I'm not a real Superman guy, but I don't like the fact that on the show Superman's acting like, you know, like he doesn't trust him, wouldn't help him. I mean, Superman's wanting to help everybody. I mean, come on. So, but anyway, we've got here we got Connor Kent. He looks very, very cool. Now his sculpt, I'll be honest with you, it's probably about as bad as some of the Infinite Crisis ones that they make. You know, actually some of these Happy Meal toys are actually have better sculpts than those Infinite Crisis ones did. And so his one arm will move, but then when you press the button on his back, you've got Superboy with a light up vest, and he's going to punch you out. Boom, boom, boom. Superman, you ought to help me. Oh, look, his head. Oh, I didn't realize that. Superman's head moves so that when I hit him, it's like a rockin' sockin' robot. Yeah, this works great. Okay, so anyway, he does, so we've got Connor Kent with the light up chest, and he stands up real well. Next on our plate will be Caldor, Aqualad. Now, he's kind of got a Happy Meal type sculpt, but he still looks good. But you can kind of get a good look at him there. Now on the back you'll notice a button, but then an on and off switch right there. And once you turn on the on and off switch, you get oh, I didn't turn it on. His mystical tattoo lights up. Will his head turn? Yeah. Wait a minute, I'm hitting the wrong button. Now on the other side, you can kind of see it from the other side as well, where it lights up kind of in the other arm. His back has the fins, and he's got the long pants and stuff. So it's not a bad looking figure. But also now, if we're going to look at Caldor, let's go ahead and look at, I'm hoping or assuming he's going to be his dad in the Young Justice cartoon. Now, Black Manta. Very cool looking figure. One of the things I liked when I was up at C2E2 talking to Mike Giari, or Mike, again I apologize about the name, the lead sculptor for and designer for the Young Justice figures for Mattel. He was talking about how impressed that he was with the look of Black Manta, and I have to say I agree with him. I love the way they're drawing him. I think he really looks great. Now here he's got a little blaster, one of the Manta blasters that he has. He's got a nice head sculpt. You can see the ridges for his breathing and things like that. He's got some fins on the back. His arms do move. You can kind of see that. His arms do move. But you know, he's also got an on and off switch. But dude, once you turn on the power, guess what this guy will do? Let me show you. Is that not cool? Let me ask you a question. Why can't Mattel give us, wouldn't this be a great accessory for when they make this figure in this line. I mean, they're putting this into a Happy Meal toy that I'm paying $1.25 for, and it's got an on and off switch, and I can light. Is that not awesome? I mean, he just looks great. I mean, that'd be a great toy. Now, let's go ahead and move on. Let's look at another hero. Here now we're going to be looking at Kid Flash. I have not opened these yet, so you're going to get the chance to look at them with me. Here's Wally. He's kind of pressed in a little plastic thing there. And he's got, I assume that's supposed to be the wake of the Speed Force. Let me zoom you out so you can see it. I assume that's going to be the wake of the Speed Force. It's got a little bit of a lightning. Looks more like fire, really. It's got some wheels down here on the bottom. And is that magnets? I don't know if that's magnets or not. Well, let's look at the directions. Each figure does come with a little bit of a directions. Yeah, basically it just says stand him on there and let him go. So, oh, okay, there's some posts. So they are not magnets. So here you go. His arms move, his head moves, but then, well, that's kind of lame, really. You can just roll him around like this. Dude, if I'm going to do that, I'll just, I don't need the little flame things to go, or the Speed Force deal. Not a bad sculpt. I mean, looks kind of cool. You can kind of see the goggles up there on the top of his head. Nice toy. There's nothing. You think you might twist at the waist? Yep. Oh, sorry. Twists at the waist. It's a problem when you zoom in, isn't it? He twists at the waist. His arms move. So, not a bad toy. I mean, honestly, I think this. I would have hoped that when they gave me this, I could have just like let him go and he'd have run off. But hey, does he stand very well without it? His legs don't move at all, so if I can't get... Yeah, well, there he is. Look at how well these things stand. Makes you wonder about some other companies, doesn't it? Anyway, now, of course, you've got somebody that Wally's going to need to fight, a familiar Flash villain to all of us, which will be Captain Cold. Captain Cold looks good. He's got a bit of a cold launcher there. I don't know why he did away with his freeze gun. I guess because this huge missile that they gave him would not fit in a little freeze gun. Kind of got it going in there. He's got his own, you know, his little cold utility belt and things. So he looks kind of neat. Not a bad sculpt either. So, we'll go ahead and I'm going to take a shot at you. Load the launcher. He's got a button there on the back. And so, there we go. Not a bad figure at all. Finally, even though he is the greatest hero, and normally I would finish with him, I'm going to go ahead because he's not technically in Young Justice, but the one who really controls the Young Justice, Batman. Now, at first, he does look kind of weird. I can see him as a glider, you know. His back also looks a little bit strange in that, I guess that's supposed to simulate his cape. It's not a bad looking sculpt. I like the way that they went and took the time to run it down there the way they don't normally. Now, this one's kind of got a weird action, which I kind of hate for bats. Is, well, let's see if I can... Oh, no, it's actually a good... I thought it was a flapper where I pushed it and it flapped. But you got him like this, and then, I wish it was his legs, and then you press the bat in his chest, and I'm Batman. Not a bad toy at all. Much cooler than what I originally thought it was. But I do kind of wait. Oh, look, I can do him singly. But anyway, a very, very cool toy. Make sure you go. If you don't get any of them, you know you got to get Batman. And finally, at our look at the Happy Meal Young Justice toys, is the Robin. I was going to say the Robin cycle, but I wanted to make sure it was a cycle at first. So here we are. He's not much color to him. Got the black bike you know, good for night operations. And then you've got, he looks kind of cool right in there. So you got his uniform there. Now he's got a spinner wheel right down there on the bottom. I don't know what that does. I do know that he's got these launchers. Let's see if I can look right quick and see. Oh, okay. He's actually, you can load both of these. Really need to get a cameraman. You can load both of these in the front of the cycle, and then you let him go. Oh, 1 minute. And it shoots as he rolls. I thought I could pull him back and he'd go. No, I got to push him. So, the way his action is I've already lost my two things. Load those up, you push him, and he fires as he goes. That's kind of a cool action. All in all, this is a great set of toys. Especially for Happy Meal toys, I encourage you to go run to Walmart right now before they're gone. Man, these things stand up. Golly, you got to admit that that is impressive for a set of toys. Well, it was until Doc Owen put them in the hospital. Anyway, this is about the way my toy room looks when I'm trying to put my figures up. All in all, these are great toys. Go to McDonald's now while you have time. Make sure you get the box. This is a great set of toys. There is 8 in all. Hopefully next time they'll come up with some of the girls. Anyway, this is Doc Owen reminding you to be extraordinary, and we'll see you soon back on Action Figure Times.